that time. I think I got everything set up before I actually went live. That's pretty cool. Back on top chat again. Set up before I actually went live. Now I can hear myself. Okay, so I need to back on top chat. I need to mute something here. Okay, so I need to. There it is. Alright, got that muted. Don't need to be there. Where am I at? Go here, go there. And where's my pop out? There's my pop out chat. Woohoo! I'm good to go. Yes, you did, Mason. Hi, Mason. Hi, Carlos. How you doing, brothers? Hi, Free Beats. How are you? How are you, man? I'm kind of, I don't know. I just felt the urge. I just put up a video of my maiden flight. Hey, Dan. And, I just put up a video of my maiden from yesterday. And, no, I'm doing good. Hey, happy frickin' Friday. I'll tell you that. And I'll tell you that right now. You got to work tonight, Dan? Hey, Lena. How are ya? It's awesome to see you. Thank you very much for coming by. I haven't seen you comment on a video. Oh, I haven't been putting out very many either. And see, I know how that goes. So you got to work tonight, Dan? Hey, Anthony, how are you? Good to see you, man. Still working. I'm working on wrenches. I don't know. I just felt the urge. You know, I felt pretty good about yesterday's flight, even though I got a bruise to show for it. I ran into myself with my drone on her maiden voyage, you know. So it was rather interesting to say the least. Uh, at least I saw it coming, you know. I just couldn't get away. Yeah. Well, thanks, Carlos. I appreciate that. You know, you didn't have mail up for some reason. So I take it that I saw where Chris had uploaded a new video, but I saw that it had your name in it, Carlos. But I didn't. Right there. Oh no, there we go. But I didn't watch it because I was still busy screwing around with my footage. Your son came up from what? Oh, you're off work tomorrow, Anthony? That's cool. Oh, yeah, okay, Dan. Well, I mean, you know, you work nights. So are you off the next 2 days, Dan? You gonna get to play with your dinghy some more? How are you doing on the burning time? What did your son come up with, Carlos? Oh, there you are.
What's up, homie? I think I'm going to put my headset on so I can hear you better. Give me a second.
Yeah, it was a trip, Dan. How you doing, brother? Great to see you. Yeah, it was a little bit of a shock, man. I'm just glad I didn't hit my head because with my hard head, I'd have broken the drone. You know? So it's weird, Dan, flying with these rates, man. When I pulled up, when I put Mad Dog 1 on beta flight, and I saw where the rates were at, I freaked. I'm like, wow, I've never flown rate that low before. I got me a bruise. I don't know if y'all can see it. Oh yeah, you can see a
we
little
can
bit
see
of
it.
purple there, you know. Got me right there.
Bam. And that's a 4S battery coming at you, right?
Yeah, yeah, no, it's got a little weight to it. You know, it's funny because
weight and speed.
you know I put a comment on there. It was like it was just a matter of time because what I call buzzing the tower. I buzz the tower all the time. You know, so it's just yeah, you know. Well, Maverick screwed up this time. I can tell you that right now. Because Maverick didn't buzz the tower, Maverick hit the tower. So, hi, beautiful wife. How are you? I don't believe I've ever seen you before, anywhere.
Beautiful wife. I like that name.
So, Dan, what do you run your rates at? Yeah, see, here's the thing.
Hablando con mi gente. Apparently, she's Latin.
Here's the thing: is that what I noticed as I was playing around with it, and I've only flown one pack with it. That's it, just one pack. After I hit myself in the shoulder and then crashed, well, technically it's two crashes because I crashed in my shoulder or my arm and I almost pulled it off because you hear me throttle back up and get it back up in the air, but I went wonky and crashed again. I guess I was just a little shocked.
Maybe it's a good thing you didn't
Really?
go
Did
faster and
you
hit
run
you in the
in
head.
the 630 Stano? Okay. And see, I'm thinking a lot more, you know, I've never flown rates that low, Dana. I dropped the Moby down to 0.770 first after watching, yeah, and it was the same video too, Dana. It was, I think it was Josh Winthrow. What's the other one? No, I don't think it was E-Drone. I think it was Josh Winthrow, but he was talking about starting your rates at 70. Now, see, I'm not sure what the expo is on that. All I know is it's when you look at the little graph, it's very, hell, I could probably pull it up on the computer.
Ed,
But
can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I'll be quiet. Just making sure.
You're, I don't know what your volume is compared to mine. I see that on a lot of deals where one person will talk and you can't hardly hear them, and the other person. I tend to yell when I'm doing this.
Gotcha.
Okay,
I'm
Josh.
soft-spoken. Yeah, right.
But I don't. I guess part of it is because when I saw those rates, I'm like, okay, that because I've tried 70 on the Mobula. But I guess it's different with a bigger bird because a bigger bird has more momentum when you punch up, whatever. But I mean, it had plenty of punch and all that. It just takes way more stick movement, and I'm not used to that. Hey, Bill, how you doing, brother? Great to see you.
Excuse me.
It just, I don't know. It just takes a little getting used to. So, and I love the way Chris flies. He flies great. So I'm like, well, if this is the way he tunes his birds, then maybe I need to learn to fly his tune. And then at least try some packs with it.
Fly faster.
Awesome, Dano. I knew you broke everything. It's funny how that happens.
Hey, Ed,
And
the camera angle. Hold on, let me lower this. The camera angle on the video was higher than your FPV angle.
yeah,
Okay, so you could see better. Good.
you know, so what I want to do is because this is a Firefly mount that Indigo Rhino printed for me, and so I don't think I can actually. Now I got to look at it. I don't think I can bump the FPV camera up anymore. It's already jammed up against the
Do you feel
top
you need
plate.
to?
And the thing is, here's the thing, Carlos, is the camera angle has everything to do with how fast you fly. Now
I
I got
understand.
moving a few times, fast a few times when I was doing around the track, and it is a wider angle lens. But
Mhm.
what a lot of people do is if they have it too low, the camera angle, when they go fast, they're just looking
Looking
at
at the
the
ground.
ground and you can't tell where the hell you're going.
Gotcha. But did you have that issue at all?
No, I don't think so.
No. I mean, you looked like you knew where you could see where you were going, so to speak. You did good. It's just it looked like it was looking at the sky more than anything, or looking high up.
Yes, because the video was from this,
Right, right.
from the
I understand.
Firefly. So yeah, because if you look at the camera angle right now, right there is where the camera angle is level. Okay.
You're talking
But
about FPV now, right?
yes,
Okay.
the FPV cam, you can't see it. See, it's right
No, I see
there.
the prop. I see the prop more than anything.
Okay, let me turn the
So
look.
count the clockwise.
Right, right
Yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Now I
Let
see
me
it.
let me tilt it a little bit.
The other way.
Okay, right there would be level as far as looking. I mean, granted, it's banked right now, but you see the pitch of the bird.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the Firefly is still looking up.
Is the Firefly adjustable? The camera on top?
So, well, what I can do is because I got two zip ties.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get around to the front of the camera. I got two zip ties through here. So all I have to do is really add some more padding behind here where the back strap is,
Right.
and that should make it tilt
Oh,
forward.
tilt forward. Okay.
And
How did it feel? Must have felt great.
because the thing is, you do want your FPV cam to be the same angle as your FPV. You want your HD cam to be the same angle as your FPV cam,
Mm-hmm.
so that it records what you see. Bottom
Right.
line.
Right.
Man, Bill, I don't know how fast it got. My yard is too small to get anything going fast. Oh, the guest star would be back from the sky. Um, Carla, how long have you been flying, Carlos?
FPV?
Yeah.
About 3.5, 4 months.
So, well, we are all noobs. We will always be noobs because you can always be better. But he's got camera birds. What birds you got? You got like
Oh,
the
I have the
Mavic,
Mavic Air and the Spark. I
yeah,
started with
Mavic
the
Air and
Mavic Air, April 20th last year. I bought it myself for present for my son's birthday.
there we go. Oh, hey, Michael. I don't know if I said hello to you, by the way.
Michael
I'm
Reynolds.
sorry. I apologize. But, okay, I will try and do that. I'm not too good at this, Dano. But yes, he is definitely worth watching.
I did it. I dropped the I just wrote it on the chat and they can just hit my name, Ed. I just wrote hello.
Oh, did you? Well,
Yes,
good
sir.
for you. Then I don't have to worry about it.
Exactly.
Let me
You can
find
keep
out. Let me get back here.
concentrating
Damn.
on your guests or your
Well,
chat.
there you are. I didn't even know you could do that, Carlos. I can see you're progressing in all kinds of ways.
Look, I have another phone here so I could read the chat and then also talk to you. So I'm using
Okay,
two.
I gotcha. Yeah, I got a tablet down here, but this, I don't know. I always have the biggest problem going live, and then I have a problem getting all hooked up.
You make it
Hey,
happen.
Adam, how you doing? Yay, look, okay. All right, so now we have two people that have gotten their quad fixed today. Adam and that Plummet FPV and Dana. Yeah, you were fixing it last night, so it took you till today to fix it, Adam. I know how those things work. Yeah, exactly. All right, so we all have to commit to sending it tomorrow, right, Dana? I know. Hell, I don't even have to say that to Carlos. I know Carlos is going to send it.
If I have the opportunity, I can't wait to go down to Maryland. That's my next like Christmas thing going on in my head. Early Christmas. Go hang out with Chris.
Yeah. So okay, so it got all the parts. I mean, he can throw a bird together pretty good, pretty quick. So when are you thinking about your trip to Maryland?
Maybe end of next week because I can go like a weekend and a few days during the week, or maybe a few days during the week. I have to make sure that all my clients are happy and everybody's taken care of, and then that it works for Chris as well.
That's cool, man. I can't look, man. So what is that biggest bird, the 3S bird you have now? What is that? You're sending it somewhere, Dan? Wow, that's funny. I started to say laugh out loud. It's like, well, I don't need to say
You actually can do it.
out loud. I just laughed out loud. What the hell?
I like that.
Oh, it was just an escape from it. You think those escapes might be a little touchy on that thing? That's the flight one. I don't know
Yeah,
why I
see,
kept
you're
wanting
talking
to
about, right?
call it flight tone. It's flight one. Because that was a great flight you did. I mean, it looked like it flew awesome.
You're talking to I'll be drone. Ed?
No, I was talking to
Plummet.
Adam
Okay,
Plummet.
I saw one of his
No,
videos.
he did a video. It was like screw beta flight. I love this flight one stuff.
Bless you.
So anyway, I don't know. I just saw a message on the little YouTube message thing saying there was no drone network on the night, and so I decided to step in because I
Oh,
figured there'd be people around that needed someplace, might want to have someplace to go. So there you go. We found out on the water again tonight. Bill, what do you mean on the water? Oh, me. Carbonated, carbonated, sanitized water. That's
I'm
what
on the water.
natural light is.
Salsa water.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, man, it's not purified.
The salsa water. I'll
Yeah.
live with that. It's okay.
It's got to have some alcohol in it to keep the germs down. Hey, Joyce, how are you?
Oh, it's
How's
parrot.
Miss Becky? All right, everybody.
I watch
Okay.
that channel all the time.
Oh, do you? Joyce
Oh
is
yeah,
cool. Miss Becky is a cool ass bird. It really
she
is.
she makes it come to life with her subtitles and stuff, like it's really talking, so to speak, or thinking, I should say. Becky has a little friend, a new bird, also.
Yeah. Oh, that pink one. I can't remember what it's called. Joyce. What's its name? Its name. It has a feminine name, but who knows? Of course, Miss Becky's doing good. If Miss Becky wasn't doing good, you wouldn't be doing good.
What's the other
And
bird's
I'm
name?
sure it's the
Joyce.
other way around too.
Yeah, right. Actually, I have a client calling me that her fish is sick, sending me pictures. I should be a little bit more, empathetic, but it's a fish. What are you gonna do?
Hey, Michael. Michael, you need to hit me up. Send me your mailing address on Messenger or something, because I have something I want to send you. Okay, the Pinky,
Pinky. There you go.
the rose-breasted cockatoo. Now she looked smaller. Is that just because she's younger, or she's just a different kind of cockatoo and naturally smaller? All right, Dano. Look, brother, have a
Take
good
care. I'll be
flight with
drone.
your repaired bird tomorrow. Okay, and thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it.
I'll be drone. Like,
Hey, Adam, you feel like stopping in?
is he? I think he's on vacation too, right? Plummet?
I don't know. I didn't know he did vacation.
I think he mentioned that in one of his last videos.
Blizz, how you doing, Blizz? What's up, man? Good to see you. How are things up there in the Great White? Well, I guess it's not so white right now. I heard they had a heat wave up your way compared. Is it still daylight out? What's the sunset time up where you're at, Blizz?
Where is he?
I think he's in like Canada.
Says he's getting shut down. Stuff done.
I
Stuff
got you, Adam. Getting stuff done. There you go. All right, thanks, Mike. Did she pull her own feathers out? I have some cockatiels in an outside aviary, and where their feathers are plucked out, I don't think. Oh, 9:54. Holy crap. That's late. It was freaking me out. I keep forgetting. I mean, because our daytime changes, but I'm probably like 30 degrees latitude. And it's we don't have the wide. I mean, yeah, the days get shorter and longer, but nothing like up north. Because up north, I mean, up thinking well, hell, Carlos, even you, when sunset where you're at.
Probably 8:20ish. Maybe it's starting to start sooner. 8 and change. I could look it up.
But I
It's
mean, even Eric, I mean, it's like I can look out my window here and it'd be dark, and then Eric would be live, and it'd still be plenty of
little
light
light.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that always freaked me out. Well, I had a friend that lived in Alaska, and he was in like northern Alaska, and in
Wait,
the
Plummet
in
is
the
in Michigan.
summertime, the sun never. You might get two couple hours of darkness, and that'd be it.
Why did I think Plummet was in Connecticut?
Oh well, yeah. I mean, well, it gets dark at 6 p.m. here too in the wintertime, Adam. But
It gets dark 4:30 in the morning.
You
5
know, but
o'clock.
that's because of daylight savings time, because they jack around with the frickin' time. Or they take, no, I
They
take
take
that
an
back.
hour, spring
They
ahead, fall
take
behind.
you off of daylight savings time is in the summertime. And then when you come around to winter time or November, whatever, they take you off of daylight savings time, and it gets worse. It the sun comes up earlier, but it gets dark early as shit.
Yeah.
And there's actually a bill in Florida to where we just stay on daylight savings time the whole year, and I'm down with that. So that means more time to fly after you get off work. I'd rather go to work in the dark
Mm-hmm.
and have time to fly when I get home. Yeah, the time change sucks, Bliss. And I think it's Arizona. They
They
like, we
don't.
ain't doing it.
They don't do it. Yeah.
No, they don't do it there.
I think I heard
My
Hadley say that.
brother used to live in Tucson. He was in the Air Force stationed out there, and he I'd call him, at times, and he's like, "Man, you know what time it is?" No, apparently not.
Hot as heck out there, though.
Eh, so I don't know.
It was up to 89 degrees here today.
I
That's
don't
pretty
know
hot
what the
with
high was.
humidity.
See, I had the good fortune of working in AC all day. You're in the South, Portsmouth. Portsmouth, what, Andy? 114. Man, well, it's a dry heat,
Choice was
right,
quiet.
Joyce?
Yeah, sure. It's a dry heat.
The problem is,
It's
look,
still hot.
I've never really been in a dry heat location,
Wow.
but I've heard, hey Raymond, how you doing, brother? I've heard that it can get pretty hot and it doesn't feel as hot because when you sweat, the sweat does its job. It evaporates, which makes you feel cooler. The problem is, and we're people that are used to living in a humid area, the problem they get into is they're sweating their brains out, but they don't realize it because the sweat evaporates off of them so quick, and then they get dehydrated and they freaking die, or get really sick. Yes, humidity does suck, Plummet,
Big time.
because sweat can't do its job. Yeah, well,
Yep.
dry
So what?
heat or no, Joy.
Hot is hot. Yep. Hot is hot.
Yeah, hot is hot. No, I'll buy that. All I'm saying is but hey, brother,
Is
all
that
I'm
cat up
saying
on you?
is all I'm saying is that if it's 114 like it was and where Joyce was at today, and the humidity is 20%, it's not gonna feel as bad as if it's 80%.
Hmm.
Because now you're like in a steamer.
Oh, it's terrible. It makes flying no
Yeah.
fun.
And well, I mean, and the sweat doesn't do its job because it doesn't. That's why you sweat, because it evaporates, makes you feel cooler. Well, if the humidity 80%, the shit don't evaporate, it just lays all over you. Your shirt soaking wet, your pants, your
It's
shorts,
nice
your
with a
underwear,
breeze.
everything's wet.
Nice breeze cools you off when you're sweating.
Butch knows. Hey, roadkill, Butch knows. He lives in Florida. He lives on. He had a place. Has a place on the west side of Jacksonville. That's a lot damn hotter than St. Augustine
Really? Why?
because it's further west. There's no sea breeze.
Gotcha.
I haven't lived where I grew up in Jacksonville was 15 miles from the ocean. And where I live now, I'm less than 5. Since I moved from Jacksonville, I have not lived further from the coast than 5 miles.
Jacksonville is
And
at the
it
top of the
makes a
state, right?
difference. Well, don't you have somebody in Orlando, don't you, Carlos?
My son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Orlando in the
It's horrible.
summertime?
Yeah, it sucks. It's terrible.
It sucks balls. I
And I
mean,
went to Disney World on top of it. That's horrible.
oh God, yeah, that's horrible.
Not fun.
And so yeah, it's miserable. That time to go to Walt Disney World or whatever is in October, something like that.
Right. But people still
And
pack that place in the summer, which is incredible. I don't know how they
but
do it.
we went to Universal one time, and the lines were horrible, and it really sucked. And then around 5 o'clock in the afternoon, everybody freaking left. I'm like,
They were
wow,
exhausted.
all of a sudden the lines got way shorter and all that. It cooled down. It was nice. What used to take a couple hours in line for a ride was it took, by the time you walked through all the turnstiles and all that, you were almost ready to jump on the whatever the ride was. There was no wait at all. It's like, well, hell, we should have just come here at 4 o'clock in the afternoon in the first damn place. Because it stayed open till like 11 o'clock, midnight.
Did they have Fast Pass when you went?
Ah, no. They didn't
No.
have it. Well, that's what Universal too. That's what Walt Disney World.
Oh, okay.
It's a different thing, but still, it was just amazing. It was like we wasted and suffered through most of the day, and when there was no need to, because 5, 6 o'clock, the kids got to be fed, got to be put to bed or whatever, and so all the family people leave. Yeah, Orlando is horrible. Yeah, so Raymond, if you're Orlando way, any place in Central Florida, especially if it's more urbanized, like Orlando is, not so bad if it's like in the forest or whatever, because the trees help with that. Explicit, how you doing, man? I made
Maybe
my
that's who I'm thinking
bill.
about. Does Explicit live in Connecticut? It's him.
Who?
Explicit?
Yeah, I think he is in Connecticut.
I think he's in Connecticut. So who was that before that I was confusing him with? Confusing him with somebody else.
All right, Joyce. I appreciate you stopping by. I really do. Thank you very much.
Looking forward to another video of yours, Joyce. I like watching you.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it, Explicit. It flew great, but you need to watch the video. You need to watch the whole thing.
Till the end. Definitely till the end.
You gotta watch it till the end. You know?
That was pretty good, Ed. Ed, what was it with the you were really leaning forward at one time. You even brought it up on the video where you were like bent over flying. You didn't realize
Hey Tiff, do what now?
You were bent over flying.
I always bend over.
Oh, that's the most I've ever seen. I've never seen you fly that low.
What do you mean?
Like hunched over.
Oh yeah, no, my posture is horrible when I'm flying. I need to just stick a post somewhere that I can lean against like Lewis does. Louise, I should say, Baduga. You know, maybe leaning would work for me. I've never tried leaning. What do you do? Well, I mean, like
I sit down.
explicit sit down. I know he does.
Mm-hmm.
That's yeah, exactly, Raymond. That's my SPV stand. What's yours look like, Raymond? Do you keep good posture when you stand and freestyle?
I have to lean up on something to stand.
So what are
Sort of
you
like
leaning? You know what I
Baduga
mean?
does.
You didn't look like you're leaning, or do you lean against the picnic bench? Hey,
Against the
Crystal, how
yeah,
are you?
against the picnic bench. Crystal Justice. Hola.
Oh, Raymond, I'm all over the place, man. That bird won't turn unless you put some body English on it, you
Yeah.
know?
He does an impression of Stevie Wonder when he flies.
Yeah. Or what's the other guy, Ray Charles?
I love it. I sit more than stand. Definitely.
Oh, you've been playing with the camera again, huh, Crystal?
Did you see the last video she put up of the water? The sea, like by the water?
No, I must have missed it. I suck at notifications. Well, I haven't had no time. I was working my ass off this week.
I had to go to the bathroom after I heard that.
I still working on getting rid of some bells because there's some bells I need to get rid of because if I go to notifications, the list is too damn long. I just can't get through it. So I had a lot of it has to do with when you publish, you know, and if you publish at the wrong time and something's going on, people ah, you did a band-aid, did you, Crystal? Oh, that's cool.
You see what
You know
explicit
what's
wrote?
funny is there was, and this was really before I got into drones, unfortunately, because where I used to live before where I'm at now, they built this big ass condominium. I guess it was going to be a condominium, whatever, but they had the shell. They never put the windows in or anything like that. And then I guess the company went bankrupt. And man, that would have been awesome to fly. Raymond, are you still okay? Last night at the beach. All right, brother. Enjoy your night. Have a good
Have
one.
a good night.
Yeah, he's in the Melbourne area. That's on the east
Near
coast of
Mitch.
Florida, about halfway down.
That's where Mitch is.
Yes,
Old
yes,
man in
he's
the drum.
very close. Where he's at is very close to Mitch.
Right. Same
And
area.
it was funny because one of Mitch's first videos I saw, and this was even before we got into the FPV thing, was he was flying his Mavic, a Mavic. I know it was a Mavic. I just don't know which one. But he was flying it all out of his son's place. I'm like, damn, that looks like the Indian River to me. And sure as shit, that's what it turned out to be. It's a beautiful area.
My son's about a half hour, 40 minutes.
Some of the best. Oh yeah, that's right. You told me that.
It's close by.
You told
He
me
told me
that.
the, my son told me where he
When
lives.
you go down that way, explicit, we gotta hook up, brother.
Explicit's close to me, sort of, over the bridge.
I
Through the
keep
woods.
wanting to hook up with Raymond Millwood,
Where is
Roadkill.
he?
I have
Oh, in
hooked up
Florida.
with Roadkill before. Roadkill afraid I'm gonna make him fly something. He'll be afraid he'll crash it. You know, come on, man, Roadkill. Get you flying some real FPV, brother. I gotta get my mobile fixed. And you
Did
get
you
a
order the
new
board?
burger. I got packed for days thanks to Back from the Sky. I got motors for days thanks to Back from the Sky and MD95 TSI. I got like, let's see, there were 3 motors on the Mobula frame that Chris sent me. And then I have 3 motors left over from the ones that Carla sent me. Butch, I heard the phone ring and I wasn't sure who it was. I thought it was my brother Vic. Because you and my brother Vic have the same ringtone. And I thought, oh, they're calling back later because I had company over here at the house. So you're welcome to come down tomorrow, Roadkill, if that's what you'd like to do.
Ed, do
I
you know
have
who
a
this
couple of
person
new words
is?
I'd like to show you.
Mochi?
Do what?
Mochi, the last person on the chat. Is that somebody you know?
Nah. There's not anybody I know, and they're talking language that I don't understand. Hey, Ryan, how you doing, man? All right, okay. That's cool, Crystal. No worries, babe. I got a bird I can fly, so I'm good. Just take your time when the moment's right.
RDFPV. His first name's Eric? No. Ryan? What's his name? RDFPV. Ed?
Do what?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, RDFPV. What's his first name?
Ryan.
It is Ryan. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's a little confusing, you know. At least they start. But to figure out these people's names, I had to make a spreadsheet. Okay.
That's smart.
I have an Excel spreadsheet, and I have somebody that sent me a Firefly camera. I don't know what their channel name is.
Wow,
What
I
are
guess
you
Crystal
saying,
Plans on sleeping well.
Moki? Nobody here can understand what you're saying. I apologize.
Okay, hold on. Cole de una vez.
I mean, I don't know if you're saying something bad. It doesn't look bad.
No.
Something yeah, right.
Time.
Like Crystal. Well, Ryan's kind of easy because his name starts out with R, and you know, I don't know.
Just a matter of repetition. Let me see this channel. See where they're from.
And I was confused about it. Some people don't like. I mean, if it's just the first name, it's, you know, not like you're giving away their personal data or anything. But that's all. So where did you go, Crystal? You're on the water. What do you mean? You went someplace different? Restaurant, whatever. Eating out.
Ryan, I'm hoping to see him maybe at the end of next week. We'll see. Take 2 or 3 days and go over there. Leave on a Sunday early morning. Maybe even Saturday morning. Public landing in Snow Hill.
Was there any snow?
Silly rabbit. It's probably 85, 90 degrees there.
Yeah, right.
It was 89 today here. I couldn't believe it. I didn't go out. Only in the morning. I don't like flying and sweating. I don't know how you guys in Florida do it. It's crazy. Yeah, see, almost 90. Same thing over there.
Yeah, right. I figured it was hot, Crystal. I wonder why they call it that. It's because they couldn't think of anything else to call it. Because if it was If it
I'm
was
sorry.
truly a snow hill, then the hill wouldn't be there anymore. This time of year, anyway.
Crystal, I don't know if Chris told you. Maybe you could recommend 2 or 3 hotels close by to you. Send me some links or a favor. Although, what was the name of that town next door? I was looking it up online. Man, I have a memory of a Swiss cheese print. Unbelievable. Gotta remember. I texted Chris. I was looking up some places. Actually, I was talking to Chris about where he lives. Tempting to go move down there when you get older and retire. Thanks, Crystal. Yeah, I'm gonna try to spend at least two nights there. If I'm having a lot of fun, I'll just spend 3 if they allow me.
There's no hill either. What the hell? Where did they come up with a name with?
Yeah, it makes you wonder, right?
Well, maybe they were just having too much purified water and made up a name.
Well, there's a neighborhood in Queens, and they say there's more snow there in the summer than there is in the winter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I think, yeah.
Stuff like that going on. Oh, shoot. Excuse me.
They probably will roadkill. But that because look, you live up there. Sometimes, look what up.
Snow Hill.
Oh, they figure out how they named it that. Yeah, I don't know. That's just weird.
Especially if it's not even on
Yeah.
a hill.
Hey, JD, that's how you doing, brother?
The Flying
Just,
Cluck. Canuck.
just
Sorry.
hanging out. Thank God it's Friday. Who's happy it's Friday? I know I damn sure am.
Well, I'm working tomorrow, but I'm still happy. I'm alive. It's Friday. It's all good. I got to go into Manhattan tomorrow morning early.
I finally had 2 weeks of good paychecks to where I'm caught up enough to where I can order some more drone parts. And fortunately, I don't have to order a Batman motor because one has already been acquired for me thanks to Crystal Justice and MD95 TSI. And so, really, but that sucks. Um, but I need get a new flight controller for the Mobula. I need thinking about buying some nice antennas.
About some extra props.
Yeah, I'll probably get some props on the way. Actually, explicit. I sent a lame video to a little contest he had going on. I sent the water wheel video to explicit, and he said
Yo,
I
yo,
won.
yo, yo.
There he is. Speak of the devil. There would be Mr. Explicit. So he has some 5-inch props on the way to me. And
Yep. Oh, you know what?
that, and I have the 5043 wind dancers that I might try on.
Can you
Mad
guys see
Dog
this?
one.
Talk. Say something. So, looks like a wallet and a drone on the table. Quad.
It's got the new Johnny FPV props on both of them that I'm going to try when I go on vacation.
Oh, you see, I knew he was going on vacation. And some good old-fashioned Play-Doh. I love that stuff.
That'd be for the kids.
You're in Connecticut, right? Explicit?
Can you hear me?
What
Yeah,
are you
are you
having a game of, Greg?
Are you in Connecticut, Adam?
I'm in Connecticut.
Yeah. I'm in Queens, New York. Pretty close to the
Oh, okay.
Whitestone and Throgs Neck Bridge. I can get to
Yep,
that bridge
I
in
am
like 10
right.
minutes.
I'm right off of Route 91, right underneath the Mass line, so I'm not too far away from Mass. I'm literally like 5 minutes.
Oh, wow. I'll see you. Okay.
So we're leaving to the shore tomorrow. We're going down to a place called Stonington, Connecticut, a little private community called Lord's Point, to spend a week with the family, relaxing, floating, and flying.
Good.
Oh yeah, I can't wait.
And you're going to have actually good weather. If I'm not mistaken, it's going to be pretty warm this coming week.
Up until I checked the forecast this morning, up until Thursday, where there's a chance of thunderstorms. As long as my birthday's good. So Wednesday
that?
should be beautiful.
Wednesday?
July 17th.
Cool. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Well, happy
It's
birthday,
my happy.
bro.
It's my 21st. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? I just had my 20th in April. It was
His
my
third-
Happy
his
birthday.
third one.
it was my third one.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be
Either that or he's
turning
born on a
42.
leap year. Oh, you're young.
Yeah, don't feel it anymore, I tell you that.
My next
God,
one's
I
going to
was
be 57.
still
Oh,
42.
my
I love 42. 42 is a lot better than what 60 is. I can tell you that.
Hey, look. Hey, you gonna say hi, Kitty? Say hi. Every time
the
I go to
cats
do a
with you?
video. No, they are so good at home. We set up 2 litter boxes. They have a whole bunch of
Oh,
food.
wow.
They don't. They use the cat box for one and the other for the other. It's crazy.
That's cool.
Yep. And it's weird. Every time I sit down to do a video, and I never do a video at the table, only upstairs, she jumps on my lap every single time. It's like she knows I'm trying to do a video.
She's getting jealous.
Yeah.
She
Yeah,
wants to share
that's
you.
probably what it is.
She is a very territorial cat. I tell you what, I'm afraid if somebody broke in the house, she'd eat them alive.
I got a kitty here too.
That's funny.
Everybody but me is allergic to cats here.
My dad used to be, and the 2 cats that I have now don't bother him at all.
These guys,
Oh.
their eyes water and everything.
I got to show you guys the new drone recovery system. Oh,
Okay. With eager
Actually, I
anticipation.
took a look at some of that wood painting work that you did, that video.
Oh, I got it right here, actually. You
Yeah,
got this.
I was
This.
looking at that. I don't know if I left a
All right.
comment, but I did watch.
All right. So, this is the before side, right? Before side,
Right. Yeah.
and then put it in the light.
And that's
So
one
that's
your wife
all-
does, or you're doing it? I know you said
This
she
is-
does one. She does some also.
Yeah, this is the one I did. This was about an hour and a half's worth of work.
Wow.
All right. So where is this is the drone recovery system right here.
Oh, you get on that thing?
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Yep. With the place we're going to has a bunch of little beaches all over the place, and I want to try to get out early in the morning and get some drone footage of all the locations to put together this video I've been thinking of for the last 6 months, and I can bounce back and forth between them all in a matter of minutes with versus walking.
How does that do? Is that best on cement, like not grass or anything, or it goes over grass?
They call that an off-road one. It's got hard plastic tires, so I mean, if you're proficient on it, I guess you'd be okay. But I prefer to stay on the hard ground so I don't fall on my rear end.
And do you wear
But
any
they're
kind
fun.
of protection, wrist guards or elbow, or you just go bare? Live life on the
I
edge.
have.
Okay.
Believe it or not, they are super stable.
Really?
If you just if you're good on them and you've got good, I call balance confidence. If you can stand on your own 2 feet sober, you can literally stand on that because it self balances you, and all it is just a little bit of leaning back and forth.
Right.
It's when
Have
the
you ever
kids go on
tried a
their.
Segway?
No, I do want to try one though.
Those I
Okay.
tried, and getting on it the first time, it almost jerked me off because you got to get used to it. And I
It
used
almost
to
do this-
skateboard
jerks you
also.
off. There's people that pay money for things like that.
I was gonna say if I can sit on my wife and get that kind of attention.
They actually do here in St. Augustine. They actually do Segway tours of the city.
Are they 3-wheel or 2-wheel?
Yeah. So yeah, Segways are pretty cool, but yeah, Pleasant said something that really cut to the core. It said, "Oh yeah, if you're sober, that's the whole." Key."
Yeah, on the beach, that's one of the very few times I splurge, and we make sure that the fridge is full of Goose Island IPA all week. And the cigars, I got my cigar stash ready, so I got a nice batch of good cigars. Oh, did you see these? ADD moment. I got the new little Foxeer. I don't know if my camera will see it. Can you read that?
That's the antenna. It's upside down, but now go closer to your camera and to your right. Down. Down. Right there. Lollipop.
I can't go. Yeah,
No,
they
right
got
there,
the
right there. Lollipop.
V3s came out. Yeah, the V3s.
What do you
I'm
put
gonna
on
try them out and
your
see how the reception.
what do you put on your goggles? I'm sorry to cut you off. What do
That's
you
all right.
use?
I have. I'm a weird one. There's what are they called? The head plays. If
The
I
patch
think of the company that makes them. Oh, you're talking about the
on your
antenna.
antennas. Yes.
I think I have one right here I can show you because I got all my stuff. But I use different. I like box style goggles, and I have the head play style. Let me put you down for a sec.
Well, I fly the same ones that love my drones. Ed flies the FXT Viper.
Oh, yeah, because those are supposed to be really good with glasses, right?
Perfect. And I don't even use the bottom piece. I don't
Okay.
need it, and it's bright enough.
See if this is one of the antennas. Where's my damn camera on this thing? There it is. Can you read that?
Closer.
No, it doesn't
Far
focus.
view. Yo, it's far view.
Yeah. The Pagoda far views.
Right.
I have those. I'm gonna do a little bit of a test while I'm out there and try the little stubby antennas on the quads or this, and then bounce them back and forth between the goggles to see which one. Because with the
Okay.
goggles,
Here's the
if you-
deal with that.
You only have one antenna on your goggles. It's not diversity. Okay, gotcha.
I've
Here's
never had a problem.
No, I'm just
Here's the deal with that. To me, it just seems natural that the antenna on the bird should be the same as the antenna on your goggles.
And that's pretty much the same principle. Like I said, I've tried it with both on these Amway, AOA, whatever the hell they're called. I have a couple. Look, cat, you're pulling my antenna. Hold on, move your cat. Jesus Christmas. I've tried a couple different versions and stuff, and I get the same result for the most part. But I know that the best reception I've had so far, I haven't tried the lollipops, but these have had the best success rate with penetrating if you're going through trees or over. And like I said, when you see me fly around my yard, I go all around the house, and I've had
Yeah.
no real breakup.
you get Amazon. I mean, you buy it from Amazon.
Amazon, my two addictions are Race Day Quads and Get FPV or Tiny Whoop.
Okay. Yeah, that's
I spend a
the go-to
lot of
places.
money there. Oh, I just built a Tiny Whoop. See, this is great. When I want to show all these things in videos, I never have anything ready. I got all my stuff downstairs for packing. Tiny Whoop is my go-to when we go on vacation, and I just rebuilt on a new frame. Where is it? Check this little guy out.
You can fly the tiny whoop anywhere.
This guy's got the new cockroach frame, and they have them dyed blue. So this thing is super cool.
That's
Those are
cool.
brushed motors, right?
Yeah. My first set, everyone's like, oh, brush motors don't last. They don't have any power. This thing gets up and goes, and my first set of motors lasted 2 years, and I fly the living
Oh, wow,
daylights out of
really?
it.
Huh.
Yep.
Are you familiar with the Eachine M80? Have you ever heard of it?
Yeah, it's in the same, it's like a Tiny Whoop class
Yeah.
quad.
I'll
Yep.
get it. I'll show you. But it's the same. That's
Sure.
why I recognize those motors.
Yeah, I used the special sauce.
This is what got me into FPV. This little guy here.
Oh, it looks like the Inductrix FPV Plus, the 7mm motors.
It could be. I'd be honest with you. I don't know.
It looks, yeah, it's the big whoop.
A big whoop.
I have extra motors, extra props, and then I keep graduating. I got the Tiny Hawk.
Mm-hmm.
Then I went to the ET 115, the King Kong LDRC. You ever see that?
Yep. Yes.
That's the other one. And now Chris MD95 STI, he's building me 2 3-inch Japularas,
Nice.
3S and 4S.
What the
Eventually,
hell's
I'll
the one I
get the
got?
big ones.
Oh, the 5s.
Yeah.
You know what?
I graduate
It's
slowly. I want to progress.
I
just feel
love the
comfortable
power.
that way. Mm-hmm.
The power that these guys have is like no other. But I have one of the Mobula 7s, and that thing is unbelievable. The power, and I finally got it tuned. It flies like a 5-inch. I forget that I'm flying something that's only this
Oh yeah.
big.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
When I'm ripping across the yard, I can go through the swing set without worrying about crashing, and then I have enough oomph to go flying over the house and do an invert, and that thing is just so dialed in. It's insane.
And you mess with rates or
Man.
PIDs or both?
I miss with my the PIDs a little bit.
Yeah.
The super rate, depending on the build, I'll up a little bit, but the RC rate I barely touch.
Okay.
And I start off the same on every quad, where hey, just across the board on the P, I'll go up 3 points, and then on I, I'll go up between 3 and 4, see how it flies. I don't touch the D. Get that?
Gotcha.
And then within a point or flight, I'm usually dialed in. And that crazy SpeedyB app that I have makes it so much easier when I'm outside. I can just plug right into the flight controller, do the quick little thing, and then I'm back up in the air real quick.
Was it you that did a video near a school or a building, messing around with a tree?
There's a bunch.
Like in the last
just
3 videos, not your woodworking videos, but the other ones.
The tale of 2 flights I did one at work around my building, and then Summers Mill Pond up the street from us. Yeah, I was around this big. It's a closed school right next to a big pond.
Okay.
I was pissed. That edit I spent like 4 hours doing, and I had a specific song in mind. And I looked it up for copyright, and my wife loved it. As soon as I uploaded it, I got an instant email, and it said copyright strike. Can't use it. Song blocked. I couldn't even.
Have you ever tried putting it on private first or unlisted before?
That's what I've been doing. Somebody recommended that, and I've been doing that every single time. And it lets me know, even if it says there's a copyright thing, it still says it's okay to use. It's not infringing on your channel, whatever. So every video that I question, I'm going to upload private first from now on.
Right.
Well, here's the question I have. Now,
Sure.
Because I put up one, I think, and I got the little message that it just wouldn't publish.
Yeah, it was probably a song that was blocked.
And because it was blocked in some country or whatever. And
some of them will block it only in certain countries, but will still let you upload it.
But I removed the music, and then it went, and it only took out a little piece of the audio. Because there's just one little piece of it that was blocked, apparently.
Some countries
that was.
But when I look at my channel, I see no copyright strike.
Okay.
That's weird. Maybe there was a chorus in the song or a certain section of words that certain countries block out. I mean, they're very weird about how they do all that stuff.
I remember putting on a Santana song and I didn't get any issues.
I did Bad Company from Five Finger Death Punch last year, and I got hit for that, and it didn't come up in any of the YouTube creator thing either. I was kind of pissed about that.
So what is it? A few strikes and they won't let you do any more? Is that how it works?
If you get a certain amount of strikes in a certain amount of time, then they temporarily stop your channel.
Cut you off. So it's basically the first strike's just a warning, don't do it again. Like pow.
I think all 3 are the same way. It's after your third in 6 months or something like that, and then they temporary. But this one, so I'm fresh, so I got 1, so I got another 6 months.
So when you pull up your channel, you actually see 1 copyright strike on your diagnostics explicit?
I don't know. When you go into where it shows your videos, when that video is there, there's a little thing that says public on somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
And it says copyright strike, public, but whatever, and it'll say some of them will say copyrighted info or whatever on it, and it shows you that you can use the song, you can't monetize your channel.
Yeah, okay.
I almost every, half my songs are copyrighted but okay to use.
Yeah,
Is
they'll
is
tell
the
you
deal that you
that
have to list the
modern.
artist?
It automatically, if it's copyrighted music but you're allowed to use it, it automatically puts it into it.
Okay. So then it's
If
just a
you,
matter of, as long as you don't monetize, you're good. You can use it.
that's what it seems like, yeah.
Okay.
And actually, you can be monetized, but you will not get paid for that video.
You have to have a certain amount of subscribers and amount of hours and stuff before you can make
1,000
money
and
with that anyway.
1,000 and 4,000. 1,000
Yeah,
subscribers plus and
4,000,
4,000 hours. Which
4,000
I
I
hours.
rounded off. That's 10 hours a day. That's more than a regular
damn.
job. I mean, most people work 8 hours a day. I don't know how people do it, but they do it.
I think the 4,000 hours isn't in a year.
It has to be.
Can you pull
Well,
up my
it's
channel, see where I'm at for subscribers right now? Because I can't.
I will.
Do what now?
I'll get him. I'll get
See,
him. Don't worry.
Are you talking to us? No, I think I'm still like 200, 210 or something like that.
I got to scroll up. Give me a minute.
Well, you need to say something explicit. Can you say something?
No, he's good.
Something.
No, he means write it down. But he doesn't. He doesn't have chat available. I'll just scroll up.
Yeah, because I'm on.
Subscribers. All right, here it is. I got it. Go to channel 791.
Wow, we got an extra one in the last hour or so.
Yeah.
Getting there.
How long have you been doing this?
I've had the channel for a while, doing car stuff. I think the drone stuff, because I was just looking back at my channel. 4 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because that's the place I'm going to on vacation. I've been going to for quite a while, and I look back to see the videos that I made of the place and go, man, I should have edited this. I should have done this, or how did I fly that? Just destroying myself. But
what did you start
yeah.
with when you first flew anything?
My first actual flyer was some knockoff $20-something. I don't want to say JJRC. I forget what brand it was, but it's just the standard
Airhogs,
white
by any
X.
chance? No. Okay.
Never done it. It was like a Phantom looking style with just a cheapy camera that I never used. Just trying to learn how to. I figured if I'm going to learn how to fly and I'm going to enjoy it, I want something I'm not worried about breaking. So it was like $20, and then it took about a month to get into it. And I was like, wow, I really like this. So I'm pushing it, coming around the yard and flying. And if you're standing and moving and doing this, you forget kind of where you are. And I went full tilt into a tree, and the thing exploded. And I thought that was the funniest thing ever. And I was like, yeah, it's $20. So I think the second one I got was the Parrot, the AR Parrot. It was a tablet style one, which was fun. But
By Parrot,
what
you're
I do?
saying, right?
Yeah,
Parrot,
yeah. You got. I think I got that one at Barnes and Noble. I think it was a Barnes and Noble one at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then the one that Ed has in the background, the big black hoop looking thing. I got one of those.
Brooks Brothers. Was it,
That one I got that one on Amazon. They called it the Hero 6 or something like that, and I loved it. And then it was around the time where my father was interested, so I gave that to him. And then I got a unique Q500 Plus for my birthday a couple years ago from the wife.
Okay.
And that was it. I was hooked. But like you were saying, the Tiny Whoop, because my first FPV quad I bought, it was a storm racing drone. I spent $1,000 and stuff. Had no clue what I was doing.
Oh no, $1,000.
Between the quad, the goggles I got from them, all the accessories, the charger, because I wanted to make sure I had everything. And it sat on the shelf. I flew it once, line of sight, and it scared the living crap out of me how fast it was. And I was like, you know what, I can't do this. So it sat, and then the holidays started coming up, and Tiny Whoop started becoming a thing, and I grabbed and built one of those things, and I started flying it in the house. I bowl in tournaments all over this area, so I brought it with me to every hotel room I flew in. And I chased the kids around when they got it stuck in their hair, and I'm like, you know what? This kind of helped me learn how to fly with confidence, because if you crash the Tiny Whoop, you're not breaking anything. If you hit anybody, you're not hurting anything. And then when spring came back around,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Once spring came around, that was it. I felt confident. I started building quads over that fall and winter,
Really?
and then that was
You're good
it.
with soldering? That's
Getting
my
better.
downfall. I can't solder.
I'm probably not the most proficient at it, but my solders hold. So
It's not only
Yeah,
that, but
all it
I try
matters, brother.
to.
Don't-
I
if it isn't pretty, yeah, well,
That's
but if
regardless.
it holds and it works, that's
Yeah.
good enough.
No,
you'll
I
know
tried
if
to
it
solder a
hold up.
VTX on my tiny hawk, and I fried the motor when I plugged it in. Poof.
With the bigger ones, with like these guys, you'll know if you do it right, because if you have a nice, smooth, shiny surface when it cools, you're golden.
like a
But if
teardrop.
when it gets dull, because I had one crash on one of the ones upstairs, it actually broke the solder right off the negative part of the board.
Wow.
But it survived. Quick
That's
2-second fix.
bad.
So you're flying 4S or better batteries?
The-
5S?
No, the 4 5-inch birds that I built only run 4S.
Okay.
I'm completely content with 4S. I don't need any more speed.
I hear what you're saying, man. 4S has always had plenty enough power for me. I can tell you that right now.
What's your battery of choice, Adam? Brand name. I'm sorry.
Oh, Chris. My name's Chris.
Oh, what did I think? So the other guy's Adam. I apologize.
I
Chris.
I have 5 of them. It's the China line batteries, the orange covered ones. They're 1500 milliamp, 120C.
Gotcha. And no
They've got
issues?
20C, holy crap.
The bird I call Tatas that has those huge motors on it. I tell you what, with that thing, when I tried those new batteries and I just slightly throttled up, the quad just disappeared. I was looking up at it, going, "Where the hell did it go?" I mean, that thing's got power for days. What are you drinking over there, man?
Who, Ed?
Yeah.
Some
Hey,
beers.
hey, Indigo, there's your Firefly Mount. Okay, thank you. I
Oh,
need
he makes mounts.
Yeah,
There's a few
he's
people that do.
Indigo is a 3D printer. He is.
Could always use 3D printed stuff.
So you don't really do camera drones, Chris?
I have a Mavic Air that I'm bringing on
Oh, you
vacation.
do? How do you like it?
I cannot get over. I mean, when you fly, and especially over water, I went on a boat with
Oh,
my
yeah.
brother. You've got to trust. See, this is what kills me. My monster that took freaking 2 hands carrying around. This is a freaking drone.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
open
No,
this
I have
up.
the same one. I went out 7,500 feet, Long Beach, Long Island. I
Wow.
went out 1.5 miles and came back, no problem. So I was
Yeah, I
kind of
put-
happy.
This is. I don't know if you've ever seen this one. Look at that.
Oh, you put a nice decal on it. You like
Yeah,
those
that was a
skulls,
2-hour job.
That's a cool looking skin, brother.
Yeah.
It's crazy that this little thing does what it does, and it just unfolds. Like I said, on the river, my hands were shaking so bad, but how stable and how smooth that footage came out just absolutely blew my mind.
Do you use the OTG cable with your remote, with the
Yes.
controller? Okay.
Yep. And I had no lag because I fly at FPV, and no issues with it whatsoever with lag. All the updates I got were fantastic for it.
Do you have the DJI goggles?
No, they won't even. Oh no, using the screen. I actually I had the Spark before this. I modified a pair of those reality glasses.
Yeah.
I put a monocle.
Yeah.
I put a monocle piece inside of it because I can't use the 2 optics. It screws with my eyes, so I custom put in one single one, and it works
that was
great.
cool.
You just can't get to the button. So.
Right.
But yeah,
Have you ever
it's
thought
fun.
of getting the DJI goggles? No.
They won't work with the Mavic Air.
Yes, they do.
You have to. Are you sure?
I use them. I use it. I've done it.
You connect them. I thought you had to.
You know how you this is what you do. You connect your remote and everything normally with the wire and then around. Then you just pull out that wire, and the wire from the goggles goes into where the other one goes. You know, into the controller.
You got the USB on the bottom, and then you have the micro
Correct.
USB on the side.
On the right.
Damn, I'm gonna have to find me a pair then.
And if you want, I suggest, if you don't mind, not warranty, refurbished, they're $279 instead of $350 some odd.
No, refurbished would work for me. I am no picky bitch.
But no, what I'm saying is that some people, they want to be the first to touch whatever they buy, but it comes with the same warranty that the new one does. So
Right.
why not?
Absolutely.
So
Yeah, I'll
I
have to
picked
check
up
them
a
out
pair
after
for
vacation.
$279, but they do work. I can tell you
That
that
just
from
means you're
experience.
broke in.
Right.
Well,
How's the?
whatever.
Is there any lag? Is there any lag with the
A
goggles?
little bit if you do sport mode, definitely. So you got to fly, custom calm. But here's the thing that I don't know, maybe you do know. You can fly with your head facing. You can make the camera move just by moving your head.
Oh yeah, yeah. I didn't know you could do that with that particular quad. That's cool.
Yeah, it's
That make it easier with the controls. If you turn your head, it kind of eliminates
That's
some of the.
kind of freaky, actually.
do you slow
Yeah.
down? Do you mess with the settings on your camera, the speeds?
Yes, I have the speed super slow, and then I don't
Okay.
fly that for speed. That's tripod
No,
mode 90% of the time.
oh really? Oh, okay.
That
You
that
have
takes.
flown it in sport mode though, right?
Oh my God, it's a beast for a
Yeah.
little thing.
With the wind behind me,
Yeah.
I've gotten up, according to my app, 43 miles per hour.
It's crazy. It's talking about speed and wind and stuff. I took it out and I was flying around. I think it was 40-mile-an-hour winds, and that thing just stood still.
Oh, really?
When
That
you
I wouldn't
stopped
do.
it,
It
it
might
stayed.
lean. It might lean
Yeah,
a little
it
bit, right?
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I fell in
it's
love with that
crazy.
when I first got it. But
Yeah,
then
the
I
Spark.
crashed it. I have that too.
Oh, I sold the Spark to a guy that was just getting into it, and the only downfall for me was just it didn't have a 3-axis gimbal. Otherwise, I would have
Right.
kept it forever. That
It's a
that
good
that
backup.
Yeah, I think they're going to come out with a second one. There's so much talk and hype about it. I think they'll have a 3-axis gimbal on it now.
Yeah, but the flight time kind of sucks.
They may come up with a different, use a
Some
better
kind of battery.
graphene battery.
Right.
Yep. But I mean, that's kind of, you're not going for long flights with that. That's a portable, take it in the woods, have it follow you for short times or take it out. That's kind of its premise.
When you think about it, though, well, I don't know. I don't know how you you kept your Spark. The Spark box is almost as big or bigger than the Mavic Air case. The
Yeah,
Mavic is
yeah.
so small. Here, let me show you real quick.
The way I see it is you just plan your flight so
Yeah,
that
it
the
is.
shorter term time works. I mean, I love to have a Spark.
You
It'd
see
be
this
like
bag here? Just
hard.
to give you an idea, this is a smartphone. But
Yeah.
this bag holds my Mavic Air, 4 batteries, the controller. I use a mount for the phone
Mm-hmm.
with the
Yeah, same here.
lanyard. It holds everything right here, little bag.
I did the same thing. I just put all my stuff together and I have a very small backpack that I throw on my back and it carries every accessory for it. I mean, it's unbelievable. Yeah.
What do they call
Go ahead.
that? What do they call the things that you put on the antenna? It's escaping me right now. To make the distance go
Oh,
further.
I have those. Yeah, the little curved things.
What's the name of it, Ed? I always forget those little details. But these things help. This is what I used to go over the water.
Yeah,
These, right?
but they're only meant. Those are directional, so it's got to be in front of you, and you gotta
Yeah.
kind of aim the controller.
And remember not to
Parabolic.
keep this in this. Don't let it face the sun. It'll melt your antennas.
Yep,
Parabolic. That's it.
parabolic.
reflectors.
There you go.
Yep.
Yeah, I got. But these things are collecting dust ever since I've been doing the FPV. They get very.
I know it. I hear
very
you.
little airtime. Excuse me.
But I
You
mean,
can't
camera
speed safely.
bursts are
We'll stay in touch when I get back.
Yeah, man. Be good. Have a
but
good
you
time.
gotta
You
go
will.
somewhere to fly them. You can only take so much footage of the same spot.
You gotta
Thinking Chris
every time
has
you go out,
nicer
you gotta have
places to
something
fly.
creative.
Than I do in New York. I mean, I'm in Queens, New York, so I mean, I'm in between JFK and LaGuardia Airport. On top of it,
We'll have to
About-
have you come down. We'll plan something. We got a couple fields literally a mile from my house. You guys could spend an afternoon down here. It'd be a blast.
how
But,
far
I mean, every
are
ti-
you from, let's say, the Throgs Neck Bridge or the Whitestone? Hour and a half.
I don't even know where that is. I would ballpark
How
that.
far are you from City Field?
Where the hell is
Shea
City Field?
Stadium. Shea Stadium.
2
Where
hours?
the Mets. Oh, okay, where the Mets play.
The
Wells
next
Fair,
place.
Flushing Meadow Park.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
like-
about 2 hours.
I'm minutes from there. But again, in
And what
between
are
two airports.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say your restrictions out there for a lot of stuff.
Somewhat, yeah. As far as height, but I haven't been flying it much. But where I fly at the park, I have no issues. I can go up. Then you have to
Oh
worry about the
yeah,
helicopters.
I'm blessed. Both the main spots that we fly, there are no restrictions here, which are fantastic. Other than stay under 400 feet.
Right. No, it's fun. I got to take it up again. And how often do you charge your batteries if you don't use it? 3 months, 2 months?
If I charge my batteries, I fly within hours. If I'm not flying for a while,
With
I
the
keep them
Mavic
at
Air?
half.
Really?
Yeah, I keep them at 50% at all times. And then when I'm going to fly, I literally charge them and then go out and fly with them.
And then you
Because
come back home, let them rest, and then 50% up. Gotcha.
I learned with my unique because I was inexperienced and I would always keep them charged. And after about a week, they were all swelled out and
They're
none of them
puffed
worked
up.
anymore. Same thing with all
How
the.
about your lipos? How do you treat those as far as let's say you charge on Monday night, you're flying Tuesday, but let's say
I
it rains on Tuesday, will you discharge them or you'll let them go till Wednesday?
I charge them the morning that I fly, and then when I get home, I'll put them at 50%, and that's it. I won't let them sit more than 2 hours or so after charged before I go
Really?
out.
Okay.
Well, I suck at battery management.
Well, I did the same thing. I charged on a Monday, but Tuesday I couldn't do it. Then Wednesday something came up. So let's say on the next day I flew.
Did the
So
same
instead
thing.
of 12.6, it was at 12.5, 12.4. But I haven't noticed a lot of puffing yet. So I guess I'm lucky.
I don't know if it was just older batteries because I know my unique, and I got it was close to 4 years. If the batteries are slightly different, but I let them sit for 2 or 3 days, and then I noticed that one of them day it wouldn't slide into the chamber. Like what the heck, and it
Swell
was all
that much?
puffy.
Is it a smart battery?
It had to have
And
been.
what I
It
mean
was
is, you can see the level, the battery level.
All
No.
these
no,
packs are fully charged. All of them.
that's crazy. Tiny whoop batteries and stuff do not like being charged more than a couple hours.
Yeah, well, let me just tell you.
That's a bomb. That's a bomb in a
I'm
bag.
trying to say poo-poo on that.
Crap.
Yeah, I haven't had any issues with that. Well, I have had issues with puffing, but do you have one of those lipo bags? You own one or two? No.
No, I have one of those little pencil cases. I keep them in.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, like a plastic, like with little compartments.
I
Just an
just
actual
think
pencil
the
case from
biggest
school.
issue is
Yeah,
age.
no, the little plastic.
Okay.
The biggest issue is age. Batteries age, and they may age faster if you keep them charged all the way up. But
If
no matter what you do, how much care you take of them, after a year or so, those puppies are history.
my first two China Line batteries I have are about a year and a half old, and I still have the same amount of punch out of them.
Okay.
Other batteries I've had. I had bought some Turnigy graphene batteries, and they got 3 cycles, and they were already starting to sag really bad in punch outs and stuff. I was very disappointed with those.
Well, that's a manufacturing deal, and I mean, and it's just like anything else. You're going to have lemons, and you're going to have superstars.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, but when I refer to the age of a battery, I'm talking about when you get them. Who knows how old that battery was
Well, that's what
before
I'm
you
wondering.
got it?
Like I
They'll
just
sit on the
bought
shelf for a while.
Yeah, I just bought 6 3S batteries. Like from the time they're made to the time we get them, and what kind of charges in them. How does that affect the battery, right?
If they're at 50% or 3 volts, which are, if you check any battery you get when you buy them, they're at that 50% mark, and they have a lot longer of a shelf life. Recommend when you're not flying or after they've sat to charge it to that, and you will get a lot longer life out of those batteries. It will not lose memory. Certain batteries, the cheapies, I've flown right down past like 3.3 volts, and they were completely gone. Couldn't get them back. And the China Line batteries, I had one that was 3.2 volts yesterday, and it right back on the charger, no problem, because I keep it at that 3.8. I think that is a strong component for battery surviving.
So you don't bring any one cell lower than 3.8 per cell. Does that make sense?
When it's sitting, 3.8.
And how about when you
When I
fly?
put them, when I fly, you charge them all the way up.
No. How low will you take them down is what I'm asking. I'm sorry.
I try to stop at 3.6, but I've,
Oh, really? That
sometimes
Wow.
I've gotten them down to 3.3, 3.2, which is stretching it because I have the buzzer and cutoff. I've actually, I was putting my hand out as it died. It fell into my hand, thank God. But in worst case scenario, 3.5. I don't want to get them too much
Really?
lower.
I go 3.3 for the most part. That's my mark.
Some of the tiny whoop batteries will go a little bit lower, especially on the Mobula.
Once I start seeing the flashing, I try to bring it in, ASAP. At least that's what I go for.
And again, it depends on the
3S,
batteries.
I go to 10.5, and I bring them back.
I got a 2.5 inch bill that's running 3S. The same thing, about 3.5, 3.6.
Per cell. Per cell. 3.3,
Yeah.
3.6 per cell.
Right.
And Ed, what about you now with your 4S? How low do you take it?
When it starts saying land now, I do that.
When it
When it
starts what?
starts saying low battery, I start thinking about landing. But sometimes it takes me a little while to land.
Gotcha.
When it says land now, but see, I have my warning voltage at 3.4 volts per cell and my land now at 3.2.
But land now isn't a suggestion.
I
that,
try
right?
not to take them that
Yeah, that's
low.
an emergency.
I try not to take them that low on
Excuse me.
on 4S. I usually, when it starts telling me low battery, then I start thinking about landing. However, Whoop batteries are different to me.
I agree.
And so I still use 3.4 and 3.2, but sometimes I take a little longer to land when it says low battery. That's all. And I don't know. Again, these are general guidelines because I have batteries that, I've gotten down to 2 something.
Ooh.
I've had battery voltage get so low where the drone would still fly, but the VTX would drop out, which sucks, by the way.
I've had that happen.
Yeah. And so I've charged those batteries back up, and I saw no difference in performance. I think
The
a
tiny
lot of
whoop ones get warm.
I think
I've never had that.
I
I've
think
never had a
the
battery get
biggest
warm on me yet.
is
Maybe I don't fly hard
proper
enough.
charging.
It's possible. Now, Chris, do you charge your 1S batteries with anything other than USB chargers? Like, do you have a plug-in charger?
I have a multi-charger. I forget the brand on it that charges up to 4 with each individual. So you can, you could have 2 high volts and then 2 regulars, whatever. But
you plug it into a AC.
It's a wall socket, and then it's a brick that has the.
Oh, okay.
Let me check. I got it right here.
About it. Oh, okay.
That's all right.
Because I know they have these bars that you plug in a battery to, and then you can do 5 or 6 of these.
Here we go.
Did you charge a 1S?
This came with my Mobula.
And you plug that into the wall?
Mobula, and that's what I use. And it has dip switches for each port. That you set to high voltage or
Come on,
regular
Chris, don't put that away yet.
And
Ed, let me see Chris's real quick. Let him talk and say something. Chris, say something so it shows up better.
Something.
There you go.
Something.
There it is.
What does that say? E on something? Can I see the back of that?
See if I can get close enough for you.
Oh, but
can you read that?
Yeah, but no, I'm trying to get. Where's the plug? Like, where's the outlet?
Oh, I don't have it plugged in because it was in my bag. It has. This is the plug that goes into the wall.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think they're like $25.
And Amazon or
Peak.
Race Day?
I know I got it on eBay.
Okay.
I gotta imagine it's everywhere else. I just got Prime, so I should check there and get it for 1-day shipping.
Right. I got you. I got to look into something like that because somebody was saying I should go AC instead of USB.
Reaper.
Yeah. I agree, definitely. And USBs, any of the ones I've ever used always tend to burn out. And you can't customize how fast it'll charge because that one you can change. You know, if you got a 500 milliamp battery, you can charge.
There's only two settings on the one I have. You have to hold in a button. Here, I'll show you.
Sure.
Few types. You've probably seen it online.
Cat's just screaming at me.
I'm surprised my cat isn't saying crap. He perked his ears up though when he heard your cat.
Oh, really? You heard that? This is one type, Chris.
Yeah, I've seen that one before.
And this is the other one. Has like pigtails.
Parallel style, yeah.
And this, I don't know if you could even tell. There's a little, let me see. That little circle, if you hold in like the same thing to take a SD card out of the phone.
Yeah.
If you press that in, it'll switch from
high volt.
Yeah, high to low. But I always do slow.
Yeah, there's a trick there. The low regular 4.20 charged lipos cannot do high volt. High volt can do low. You'll smoke the batteries if you try to high volt charge them because it's 4.35.
And this one came with the issue. It's only single. I think
that's the exact same one that came with the Inductrix Plus.
Same one? Okay. I think they're the same, just different, I don't know, name.
The frame's the same.
Manufacturer, everything, right?
It's same color, everything.
This one was a lot of fun to learn on, I tell you. In the house, in the apartment, flying around.
Where'd you go?
I lost this picture.
The heck? Where did I go? Yeah, where the hell did I go?
Where
did
he go now?
Touch the screen and maybe you have to hit the.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
There he is.
I was.
Now you have little kids, right?
I have a 9-year-old and a 5-year-old girl.
Is a 9-year-old? I'm thinking is a boy since you said girl. Does he like the drones at all or anything? Or two girls?
Both girls.
Oh, okay. So they're
they
not
both
into drones. They like it.
No, they actually both love them. I'm trying to teach them how to fly, but neither one of them listen or have patience.
Have you tried the tello with them or anything like that?
I'm just trying to think of the one. Rach, do you remember the name of the quadcopter that the girls got? It's Dramata. It's from Dramata. I forget the Kato. The Dramata Kato.
And it has stability.
Yes, it's level mode flying.
Okay.
I don't know why it keeps kicking me out. Doesn't
You're not
show
touching
me.
anything on the screen, are you?
I have to hit ongoing call, and it brings back up, and it says you're already in a call. I'll just leave it alone.
Have you heard of the Parrot
there you
Mambo?
go, back. Parrot Mambo, that's the... Yeah, I think so.
I'll show you. Have a little of everything.
What are you doing, Kat?
And this one comes with the camera. They don't all come
with
the
cool.
camera. One has the a grabber and a BB, a cannon, where you can shoot BBs out of it, plastic BBs.
That's like that DJI neat thing.
Yeah.
You've seen that new DJI robot? Yeah, that thing's pretty wild.
$500 and some odd. And
yes.
To have any fun, I would think you need two of them, right? To race or shoot each other. I don't know.
Yeah.
But this one has a medium or like a wannabe acro.
Oh,
so
okay.
If you don't hold the sticks, it'll go down. This was a lot of fun too. So that
I like the
how
little
I progressed.
ones.
I went backwards. I went from the DJI Mavic Air to the Spark to the Tello to the Mambo, then the Yashin M80, and then that was it. Tiny Hawk.
The Tello, for what it is pretty impressive. It's pretty stable, and it's pretty affordable. So I mean,
I just don't like the camera.
Right.
A lot of breakup.
Yeah, the thing is, Chris, is that I like the little ones too, and they really crash very well.
Yes, yes, a lot cheaper to fix.
It was truly a whoop that let me free my mind and actually start flying acro.
So agree.
Well, that's what I did, like Chris did. I had the Parrot Mambo with the goggles, but the goggles you take your phone and put them in it, and it turns FPV. So that was my first experience, and it was
Well,
fun.
I mean, yeah, but most of the phone things doing the FPV is Wi-Fi, and Wi-Fi is too damn slow, man.
Yeah, definitely.
I guess. I mean, but that's what the Mavic Air is. It's Wi-Fi. I was disappointed when I heard that
Yeah,
they had OcuSync.
okay, that's true. That's a valid point, but it's a different style of Wi-Fi. It's not the Wi-Fi that you get with typical toy drones.
Cheapies.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Whole different ball game.
Enhanced,
Yeah,
I suppose.
absolutely, completely different. So yes, hell, I think even the Mavic and stuff is Wi-Fi, isn't it?
Yeah, the Mavic.
The Mavic Air is
Not the
Wi-Fi,
Pro.
yeah.
Yeah.
The Pro is
But
OcuSync.
it's just because of the technology, their Wi-Fi technology, I guess there's some lag. I guess there must be.
Not
But
much.
really, okay, well there you go. But 5.8 gigahertz is like instantaneous.
You can
Yeah.
transfer. One of the things, if you notice, all the drones send you a 720p or some of them are 1080p. That's a lot of data to transfer. You can't do that over 5.8. That's why they do it over Wi-Fi. But there's a different connection with that OcuSync where there is almost no lag, and I think it's 1080p. I could be wrong. Maybe it's 720. If somebody's in the chat that can answer that, I don't know.
And you don't even need the wire. You don't need a cable.
Right.
From the DJI goggles to the controller.
Mm-hmm. And they say that I mean, it's remarkable how much range and stuff you get with that.
Right.
Well, part of it is, I think, is because when you're doing Wi-Fi with the phone is thinking a lot more about a lot more other things than just the Wi-Fi. It's thinking about being a phone, blah, blah, blah. The phone has a processor itself. So there you go.
I encourage people that if you're going to fly and use your phone with a Mavic or whatever, put it in airplane mode or use a tablet or something that's not receiving emails or trying to get a phone call while you're flying. That is a pain in the ass.
Right. And do you switch from 5, what is it? 2.4?
2.4. 2.4. Right. I just leave it on the 5.8. I try to find the least disturbed signal that I can find. And I haven't had any problems.
With all the
I
Wi-Fi,
bet.
Oh, forget about it.
With 5.8 gigahertz, when you're flying FPV, especially around my house, depending on what channel I'm on, you can actually see the Wi-Fi as it's skipping. Like when I fly around my house and I go over where the lines go into the house, you can pick up all the disturbance and stuff. It's crazy.
And that's with FPV, huh?
When people fly, people forget that you should test your signals, check your FPV feed, do a quick, slow test flight around or with a Mavic, go out a little ways and come back and test, make sure everything works before you just go up and go out, because you don't know. Everywhere is different with their interference, and you want to make sure that you're safe before you take off.
Have you ever lost, let's say, your picture and it comes back home to you, right? I hope.
I'm an idiot sometimes, and I don't keep track. I have a balance port beeper on the back of my goggles because there's no built-in thing to tell you they're going low. And I was coming at my house at like 60 miles an hour and was going to power loop backwards off the roof, and my goggles died right in front of the house. And I went full tilt right into the roof. Oh my God, it sounded like a freaking bowling ball went through the roof.
No, but with your Mavic Air, I mean.
No, with the Mavic, I haven't lost signal once.
Never lost anything, the screen or no?
No, I've been very blessed.
One of my first flights, and I'm thinking to myself, all right, I'm going to tell DJI that this happened and that happened. Then all of a sudden I realized it's coming over my head, coming back to me. It was the best feeling. The best
Yeah.
feeling to know it came back.
I made a video.
The first flight I did real quick. I didn't update enough. I pressed return to home. It started going away from me. It was going to China. Thank God it hit my tree in my mother's backyard, and it got stuck in the tree without breaking.
One thing I've noticed with that is it automatically updates your home. But if you move from where you're flying, you have to go back in manually and change it. Otherwise, it's going to try to return back to where you were previously, and that could be. I
didn't think I did enough updates. I'm sorry to cut you off. I don't think I did enough updates in the beginning, and it just returned to home was not home. It was going away.
When you put it down initially and you wait for all the satellites to kick in, it usually talks to you and says home place is updated, and that's when I'll take off so I know it knows where I am. Otherwise, it's going to go somewhere else.
No, but this is my first flight. Excited. I don't think I did enough updates.
I've done that.
Ignorance kicked in, and it was like, and it hit the tree. If it wasn't for the tree, I don't think I would have saved it. Did you ever bother with Care Refresh? Chris, you ever get the DJI Care Refresh? The DJI Care Refresh?
No, I do not.
Never ever? Never bothered?
No, I've seen it. If you crash it or something, they would give you a new one or something like that, right?
Right. You never did that with yours? No?
No, I should have. I wish I had the extra. Well, it was financial at that time.
$69.
I know exactly.
I think I can still go and do it.
Is it under a year?
Yes.
No, right? Oh, it is? Oh, you might have it.
Yes.
And then, they have Care Refresh Plus, which gives you a third strike if you crash. Just so you know. And then there's when you go to return it, there's a section on the whole return page where you can bypass their inspection and just say, just send me another one. And it's less wait time. Yeah, I learned the hard way. I've crashed my Mavic Air twice.
I had one accidental where I was panning around a tree and all the sensors were yelling at me. I'm like, no, there's no way I'm near a tree. It just bumped a branch and fell down. But I felt like, I watch all these videos. I'm like, how do these people do this? How do you crash your drone when it has all the sensors? And here, I ignored every sensor that was going, hey, dummy, you're near a tree. Hey, dummy, you're near a tree. And just bumped a little tree branch and it rolled over. It took us like a half hour to find it because it was upright, up and down. And my wife's like, oh, I found it, not you.
I'm sorry, Chris, man. I just, I can't help myself. But I make fun of any DJI guy that crashes. I'm like, how do you crash that thing? It flies its damn self practically.
I just crashed
if you ignore all the sensors.
Again. Even with the sensor, I came back. I thought I had enough room coming. I guess it was flying sideways. I hit the park bench. Boom. But it survived.
Yep.
Here's the deal with that is because I have a few GPS drones. They're not DJI quality, of course, but they do pretty good. But the thing is, you're flying along a sight. So if you depth perception is hard to deal with. If you can be closer to that tree than you think you are.
And I don't fly line of sight. I fly looking at the screen. I hate to say it.
I do both. But I have a spotter usually.
Really? Wow, you guys are good.
Oh, yeah.
I fly.
Well, we always fly with groups of people. So we always have other people that are out there. Because, if it goes down and you can't see it, we always have somebody that's got a backup to help us try to find it.
And I think on the second page of the app, it's like Find My Drone or Last Place. Have you ever seen that? Yeah.
Hey, how you doing?
I learned a lesson that you always record your flights regardless of what you're doing. That's the only reason that I found.
Yeah.
With FPV or with like the Mavic, that's the only reason I found it because I was looking in a spot where I swear it was, but then I went back and I'm like, oh, I was like 50 feet away. It went down over there.
Got it.
Reviewing FPV footage has helped me find many a quad. Let me tell you that all the time.
Oh yeah, definitely with the tiny whoops and stuff when it goes down or it falls off the swing set and rolls.
Oh, God.
Can't find the damn thing.
Even like 4-inch grass. It just It's hard to
Well,
find.
here's the deal too: is you think about it, especially with a little woo. Okay,
That's
you
why I put lights on everything.
if you crash next to a weed, and that weed is right in front of this little camera,
Yeah, you don't see anything.
Yep.
it looks like a tree trunk.
It's like the Honey, I Shrunk the
It can
Kids.
completely mislead you. Oh, I think it's right here. I can
Ed,
see
what's
it.
the matter with that drone that you don't fly it? The one you just showed us.
It's because he flew it.
Yeah, right.
Well,
Tree
yeah.
landing.
now,
Hold on.
that is a true statement.
But why
This
are
is
you
why.
flying that?
The antenna, okay, it still flies great, and it has great video until you get about 100 feet away, and then the signal goes
Okay.
to shit. And I
The
think
antenna.
the antenna is screwed up on it.
Mm-hmm.
And you haven't fixed that, huh?
No, I
There you go.
haven't fixed it yet, Carlos.
What are we looking at? The lights?
Yeah, the battery's dead, but
Oh,
I
yeah,
put
yeah,
this
yeah,
on the
yeah.
tiny whoop. You ain't gonna lose that.
Nope.
No,
And-
not as long as it's belly up.
Yeah, but it's got lights on the bottom, so
Okay.
And you made that?
I added the light to it. It's called the disco light from Tiny Whoop.
Gotcha.
The problem is, though, if you, okay,
Lose your battery?
if the battery goes bad or goes down too low before you find it, or you sling the battery.
Right.
Yeah.
That's happened. Ed, I got to get myself ready for tomorrow. I got to be in Manhattan at 6 in the morning.
Okay,
Oh,
well,
boy.
Unfortunately.
it's 10:23. It's about time for me to call anyway. I just, I don't
Ditto
know.
here.
I felt like filling a hole,
There you
because
Oh, for Crystal?
Drone Network wasn't on, Crystal Justice and MD95 TSI. So I was feeling good. My shoulder's a little sore, but it'll be all right. And I'll
Chris,
try.
did you see his flight where he flew into himself?
You did not.
Yeah, I
I've
did.
done it.
When you stop this
Jesus.
video, go see his last video. It's pretty funny.
Oh, dear
Uh,
Lord.
Kamikaze flight. It was the maiden flight of this, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Right into
You
the
got to
shoulder.
change that antenna.
Sent to me by that's okay. So here's my plan since I've had a couple good paychecks. I'm gonna get some more batteries.
There you go.
Some
Propellers,
people
too.
like the gold line
Gold bat, gold bat, and Ovonics.
and so I'm gonna get a couple more batteries. I'm gonna get a better antenna.
Amway.
And I'm going to get a better antenna for the goggles too.
That will make a big difference with your reception because those whip antennas get no penetration or distance, especially with foliage and stuff. Going around a house, you'll almost drop signal.
Well, I mean, I fly what I call the track
Mm-hmm.
around the backyard a lot, and it goes through a lot of trees this time of year. It's not so bad when the leaves are off, but then on my Vipers, I have this patch, which is an Amway, by the way.
That's a good patch.
But this pagoda that's on here is just a chicken shit antenna.
Make sure when you buy antennas, like you want to make sure they're both right hand polarized or both left hand. Otherwise, it ain't gonna work.
Gotcha. So
Yeah.
I mean
That's
that's
right.
part of what I want to do is get a couple more 4S batteries, if not more.
China line.
China line. I gotta remember that. And then some antennas and a new flight controller for the
And some
mobile.
extra props. Otherwise, you're going to be down.
Oh
without
yeah, the extra props. Okay, just keep tacking onto the list.
You've got props on your way.
Yeah,
Oh,
Chris,
okay.
I went to fly the Mobula 7 I had all these packs charged,
By the time it gets there, you're not going to have anything left.
and I went out back to fly it, plugged in the battery, got good video signal, whatever, and it wouldn't arm. And
Was it
the
tilted?
the receiver died on the Mobula board.
Damn.
Well, it's built in. It's part of the main board.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to replace the board.
I love that thing. That's got to be one of my favorite quads.
I love it, man. Dude, I lost my first Mobula, and I was flying it when I shouldn't have been. A storm came through. All of a sudden, the winds went to, I don't know, 50 miles an hour or something like that, and
Took off. Did they make the Mobula 7 frame any better though? Did they improve on it?
I'm on a different frame. I got a carbon fiber frame set up from Tomo Quads. It changes the whole way the thing flies.
So it's not really a Mobula 7, so to speak.
It doesn't have the protectors like the Tiny Whoop. It's just got the regular X frame, and it flies a lot better without that.
Everything fits from one into the other, no problem.
It's a 10-minute conversion at most.
And no soldering or anything, right?
No, completely plug and play.
yeah, you just play
I might have to look into
the
that.
guts over.
And that's a 2S, 3S or 1S, 2S?
1S, 2S.
Okay. You haven't ever thought about getting the Tiny Hawk, the new one?
I haven't seen the new Tiny Hawk.
It's a 2S now.
Oh,
it's black.
I don't.
It's
Yeah, I
Tiny
did
Hawk
see it.
S. Tiny Hawk
I
S.
didn't. I forget what the protocol. I don't fly that protocol. That's why I haven't gotten it.
I have not. I have never flown the Mobula on 1S.
I did in the house, and then I got bored. I mean, it's fun if I'm going to do something in the house, but I won't fly 1S outside.
Gets winded or taken by the wind. Anyway, Ed, love you guys. I gotta get myself ready for tomorrow. Take
Yeah,
care.
me too.
Well, later, everybody. Thanks for coming in, Chris. Thanks,
good night.
You're very welcome.
Yes, sir.
brothers. Everybody that stopped by, I appreciate you.
All right. Have a good
See you
night,
guys soon.
Bye-bye.
Later.
Take it easy, Ed.
See you, brother. Look at the cat. There's the cat. Hey, appreciate everybody that stopped by. Appreciate the guests. Thank you all. Love you. Bye.